Hey everyone, it's Emmanuel, your certified emotion code body code practitioner. Hopefully you can hear me okay. If you can, comment below and see if the video is smooth or you guys can hear me just fine. Sometimes it may be kind of slow, but I have really good connection over here, but I just want to make sure there's no lagging here. So I'll just make a comment here and just write how can you guys hear me okay? I'll just say that. Okay, so let's get started here. I want to do a session real quick. It's for someone named Danielle, and she's having a lot of symptoms. It's severe anxiety, panic disorder, fatigue, depression, heart palpitations, hot flashes, tinnitus, fatigue, tremors, skin burning sensation, blurred vision, migraines, depersonalization, numbness in her arms and legs, suicide ideation. So just this is a pretty I mean, I do have some clients like this, but the fact that she's dealing with all these symptoms combined, I definitely wanted to see what I can do to help out using the body code. And so I'm going to go ahead and take some notes for her real quick. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so from what I remember, so what the beautiful thing is that she gave me the go on working with her, and all she did was I asked her about her age. I believe. Let me just see what she wrote here. Yeah, she's 35. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste all these symptoms here. And the beautiful thing about this work is, me using muscle testing and using a magnet on myself is that I can ask what needs to be worked on first. And because there's a lot of things here, and her higher self would know what needs to be kind of like priority. So let's just ask quick. So if anyone's listening to this, definitely just kind of take 10 seconds with me. We'll just kind of ask for some help. People like meditate, things like that, just for 10 seconds. And then we'll just jump right into it here. Okay, so now we're connected here, and let's just see what her body says in regards to what do we need to work on first. And I'm going to just kind of go through the body code here and show you what I find. Give me 1 second here. Okay, the first thing that's coming up is fatigue, and so that's where her body goes to first, right? So let's see what comes up here. Okay, it says circuits or systems, and there's some type of disconnection here. Okay, so there's 5 different types of disconnections, and the one that's coming up here is um, the spirit body, spirit out of body. So Dr. Brad figured out that obviously we have a spirit inside the body. The problem is either due to stress. There could be a lot of reasons why you could have your spirit sort of eking out of your physical body. One of the things that can come up is fatigue. If you kind of notice here, I'm just highlighting it. Fatigue, persistent misalignment. So just different things in the body not functioning, almost like you're kind of falling apart. See malfunction of body parts. She does say that she gets skin burning sensation or hot flashes. So and her arms and legs sometimes don't work out. So this kind of makes sense that spirit may be out of the body, and so she's kind of falling apart. So let's just kind of find out how much she's in the physical body. So let's say, are you at 100%? No. Less than 190, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 50, 40, more than 40. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so she's at 48%. Now, usually you don't want to go all the way up to 100%. Sometimes it can, but other times it may say just get it to a certain number and then allow, kind of like tell the body like how long is it going to take it for it to go all the way up to 100%. Whether if it takes 2 days, great, but again, you don't want to kind of want to follow the body and what it wants to do. So we're at 48%. So the question is, what can we do to make this go up even higher? Let's see how high we can do this real quick. Okay, there is something mental here, and she has a will to energy. So will to is when you are going through a tough time and you're willing to do something. So the question is will to what? Let's see. Okay, there is a will to die. Again, this sounds very drastic, but really what this means is being way too hard on yourself, right? And so she has this. A question, let me see when this came in real quick. Let me see, 35, 30. It's kind of recent, 30, 31, 32, 33. So this is around 32 years old, right? This could be, who knows, her relationship, her health, who knows, but maybe there was a time where she was being very, very hard on herself. Now, um, this will to die, it's so interesting. Her body is working on multiple things at the same time. Will to die does cause depression and suicide ideation. So we think we're just working on fatigue, but the body loves to multitask and see what else it can work on here. So I'm just going to ask, is there something below this will to die here? Your body says no. Is there anything hidden below this? No. Let's go and just remove this will to die energy. Are we at 48%? No, 48, 50, 55. So now we're at 63%. So you see we're slowly kind of moving the spirit body back into the physical. All right, so let's see what else we find here. See energies. Okay, something post-traumatic here. I have no idea what this is. Okay, so she has a physical emotional shock. So this is like a period of stress, or it could be like what I call like an emotional sucker punch. You know, something happens to her that's kind of catches her off guard. It's almost like getting punched in the stomach emotionally. Let me see. Is there something below this physical emotional shock? No. Is there anything hidden? No. Okay, so now let's find out where it is. Let's see, 35, 30, 20. 30, 20, 20. It's around 26. So again, she's not here to confirm these ages, but it'll be interesting for me to send her this video and she'll be like, wait, I know exactly what happened at 26 that gave me a shock, or something that was a period of stress, you know? And it seems like this spirit to physical body, like it takes a little bit of time. Like little by little, her spirit was sort of eking out, right? So I'm going to remove this physical emotional shock at 26. There's nothing below it though. No. Okay, so 63, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Okay, so now she's at 89%. I'm just going to ask her body, is her body open to go up to 100%? Her body says yes, so let's just follow suit, right? So let me see what else is coming up here. Some other energy here. Something mental here. There's a will to, another will to. Okay. She had a will to die already, but let me see, there's another will to here. Okay, this kind of makes a lot of sense. She's willed to be a victim. Yeah, so she's a sort of a victim of her circumstances. She feels that way. This can, for some reason, move her spirit out of her physical body. I'll say it's kind of recent. No, 35, 30. Yeah, well, just 2 years ago. I mean, it's kind of recent, pretty much. So let me go and remove this will to be a victim here. Okay, so now there's nothing below this. No. Anything hidden? No. So 88, 89, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now she's at 100%. So now I have the intention of moving her spirit back into her physical body where it belongs. Okay, so should we still work on fatigue here? Her body says no. Let's go somewhere else here. So let's see what's going on. Okay, what's coming up here is her depression. Yeah, it's her depression. Okay. So let's see what we need to focus on here. Okay, so now we're working on depression. So the question is what can we do to remove depression from her? Right now, she does have anxiety too, but the reality is that the more and more I study about depression and anxiety, is that you can have both. So it's possible that you can have both depression and anxiety. They kind of go hand in hand. A lot of you guys who maybe suffer with this can relate to this. That whenever I feel anxious, I get depressed. Whenever I get depressed, I get anxious. Goes back and forth there. And so what we need to do is we need to find out what's the major one that's causing her this. So let's see what we find here. Let's see. Okay, there's some type of energy here. There's something offensive here. Yeah, so there is an entity here. Okay, so with entities, for example, I don't want to freak anybody out here. You see this little spirit here. Is that you could have like one or two, you could have even three or four entities here that can be causing depression, and so this is something that you want to look into. And I don't know how long she's been feeling this way. She hasn't really told me how long, but I'm going to ask real quick how many of these are there. Let me see, more than one, more than two. Yeah, there's two of them here. And there's also is there a hidden one here? Um, is there a hidden one here? No. Is there a is there a is there a cloaked one here? There's not. Okay, so I like to ask these questions there because sometimes you may have a hidden one, you may have a cloaked one, but there's none. There's just two here. Let me just double check here. Yeah, there's just two. So now the question is, these entities can cause these symptoms here. If you guys want to kind of look here, and she probably relates to a lot of these: a fatigue, physical discomfort, negativity and mood issues, addiction, feeling something is there that doesn't belong, feeling stuck, feeling conflict or resistance coming from the outside, self-sabotage, anger itself, self-doubt, mental illness symptoms, and nightmares. I don't think she mentioned nightmares, but if I would have asked her, maybe she does have these. Um, I bet she can relate to a lot of these. So let's just ask real quick. And again, remember, we did. It's funny how again her body worked on fatigue already, but it's kind of overlapping again. Negativity, mood issues, that would probably fall under depression there, or anger itself, or self doubt or mental illness. It's all depression, right? So let me find out: is there something associated that is there something associated that's attracting this entity to you? Is there something that attracted this entity to you, or would attract them in the future? And her body said yes. Okay, so that's very important. That the way it works is that we tend to attract what we are, right? Nobody loves to hear this. We attract what we are, right? And unfortunately, it goes with between the physical world and the spiritual world. So if we have a lot of no will to lives, will to die, a lot of these will tos and no will tos, and ringing energy of depression, just different things. Depending on the combination, it's kind of like a combination lock. If you have three or four or five different things, now you unlock someone to connect with you, and then you become a kind of a victim of these symptoms here. Okay, so that's what I'm asking right now: is what attracted these entities to you, or would attract them in the future? And let's see what it says here. Give me one second here. Okay, so let me just open this up. Okay, so first thing is some energy here, something mental here. Okay, yeah, so I was just talking about this. There is a no will to energy. Okay, so no will to. And let's see what this one is here. Okay, there we go. So there is a no will to trust self or healing power of own body. That's interesting, right? How many of us have had a professional tell you, "Oh, I'm going to help you out with this," and blah blah blah. You'll improve in this, or I'm going to help you with this, and maybe it didn't work for you, and then now you're like, "I don't even believe in the healing power of my own body." It's like I thought it was going to do this. The doctor said this, or the practitioner said this. Why isn't my body responding the way someone foretold it to respond? And you can see how this can create a no will to trust healing power of your own body. So she has one of these. So there's a highly likelihood that one of these entities, or both of them, they might have had some illness too, and they didn't really believe in their body to heal, right? So I'll say, is there something below this one here? No. Anything hidden? No. Okay, let's get rid of this no will to trust healing power of own body. Something else that would attract these entities to you, or would attract them in the future. And her body still said yes. Okay, so let's kind of dig deeper, guys. Let's see what else we find here. Okay, another energy here. Let me see if I can kind of open this up real quick. Okay, there's a reverberation here. That's interesting. Yeah, there's a ringing energy. You guys see this little bell here? Yeah, there's an emotional reverberation here. So this ringing energy, what's this all about? So this is when you have a very emotional moment. There's kind of this leftover ringing in the body, even after something is done, right? Let me see what emotion this is real quick. Let me see here. Hopelessness. Yeah, a very emotional hopelessness. Okay, so where did this come from? Curiously, 35, 30. Yeah, this is just a year ago. Yep, this is 34. Let's go and remove this ringing energy of hopelessness there. Is there something below this hopelessness? No. Anything hidden? No. Is there something else that's attracting these entities or would attract them in the future? Good. Now our body says no. Anything hidden here? No. So now we can just get rid of these guys, these annoying little entities here. So I keep it very simple. I'll just say these words, and it really helps. And Danielle doesn't know I'm doing this session right now. She knew I was going to do it today, but she doesn't know when. But hopefully around this time, 4:48 Mountain Standard Time, she'll feel some relief with getting rid of these guys. And this, again, this one comes with a gamut full of different symptoms, right? So let me just say this real quick. I'll say, in the name of the Creator, I command both of these entities to leave Danielle alone, and I send them to the light. Okay, so do you have these entities anymore? Yeah, our body says no. Okay, good. So removed entities. Anything else that's causing depression? There is. Should we still work on depression? Should we still work on depression? Actually, her body says no. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. Okay, her body wants to work on the heart palpitations, irregular heart palpitations. If you guys have any questions, you guys can always comment on the Facebook there, and appreciate you guys supporting. So let me keep going here, and go ahead and tag anyone that you might feel might benefit from this, or maybe has similar symptoms as this person does, and you'd be blessing them if they saw this video and they're like, wait, there's hope. There is hope. Um, so heart palpitations. Let's figure out what's going on here. Let me see. Yep, circuits and systems here. Disconnections. Yeah, so she has this one over here. This is spiritual to physical disconnection. So this isn't, remember how I told you guys about spirit out of body? This one's very different. This one is not spirit out of body, it's the spirit's not communicating with the body. And there's three forms of this. There's her whole entire body, the spirit, physical, not talking. It could be a section of her spirit body, a physical body, or it could be an organ or gland. Now, when it goes to organ or gland, that means the organ or gland's kind of sticking out from the physical, and that can cause problems. So you see people who have maybe liver cancer or lung issues or whatever. A lot of it very well could be, one of the things it could be is that the spirit of that organ or gland is sticking out from the physical, and it's been sticking out for a long time, usually due to emotional trauma, due to toxicity in the body. And then over time, if it's left like that, where the spirit's sticking in the physical, it starts malfunctioning, and then little by little can create disease and illness in that specific organ or gland. So anyway, spiritual physical disconnection. The question is, which type is it? Is it her whole entire body? Her body says no. Is this like a section of her body? No. Is this like an organ or gland? Bullseye. Okay, so let me find out what it is real quick. Circuits and systems. It is an organ here. And yeah, so I mean, it's the heart. Now here's what's really interesting. If we go to the heart, let's find out. If you check the heart real quick, it says look at the different things here. We're working on fatigue again, another low overlap, but also skipped beats, palpitations. If you see that, let me see, and then also discomfort in the chest and shoulders. And check this out. This is really interesting. Depression and anxiety if there's an imbalance in the heart. So we're working on depression and anxiety again, which she does have both, right? So it seems like she has most of these. I didn't hear if she has discomfort in the chest and shoulders, but other than that, she has every single symptom of like a heart misalignment. But in this case, it's not just the heart not functioning well, it's a spirit to physical. So now you want to ask how much percentage of the spiritual and physical, like, how much is the spirit in the physical? So let's ask that question real quick. Are you at 100%? No, 190, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Wow, it's pretty low. 50, 40, 30, 20, more than 20. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so she's at 28%. Yeah, that is pretty darn low. Okay, so we need to go in here and figure out why is that. There's an energy here. Something post-traumatic here. There's a physical emotional shock. Let me just double check that. Yeah, so remember, this is like a period of stress, right? I'm going to say, is there something below this? No. No. Excuse me. So there's nothing below this. So that's interesting. So I wonder where this came from. 35, 30, 20, 10, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17. It's around 16. Later on, I will ask her what caused her a lot of stress at 16, or what happened to her that kind of like gave her the, the emotional uppercut, if you will. But there's nothing below this. There's nothing hidden below this. Let's go and just release this physical emotional shock at 16. Are we at 28%? No, 28, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So now we're at 52%. Cool. All right, so let's see what else we can do to get this even higher here. Okay, there is some type of pathogen here. This is an energy of a pathogen. And okay, so she has some prions here. If you guys notice here, prions. This is how do I say this? Mutated proteins. Okay, two ways to get mutated proteins. I mean, the most common ways is mad cow disease, or you eat tainted meat, or if you have heavy metals in the body, right? So I'm going to ask, is it because you have physical prions and what's left is the energy of it? Her body said no. Okay, so is it absorbed from somebody? No. Is it inherited? It's inherited. Yeah, it's an inheritance. You can inherit a pathogen. Let me find out where this came from. It's from the father's side, then the mother's side, then the mother's side again. There's no pattern here, is there? No. Does it go beyond this last mother? It does. 3, 5, 10, less than 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So this is 5 generations here, but it came from the dad's side. Let's go and remove this inherited pathogen here. Okay, so to release this one, and we did. Let's see, are we at 52? No. 60, 65, 70, 75, 85. So now we're at 83%. Cool. Anything else we can do to help out this physical and spiritual disconnection of the heart? Let's see what else we got going on here. My wife is so sweet. Best practitioner in the house. Anyway, glad you guys are here. Hey, Frey. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Julianne. Glad you guys are all here. Again, feel free to tag anyone that might benefit from this healing session here. Okay, so now we're at 83%. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, some type of energy here. Okay, there's a reverberation here. I wonder what this is. Yeah, so okay, she's what they call a sickness memory. Do you guys see this? A sickness memory energy. It's almost like she has her body recorded a period of time where she felt sick, and it created this strange, weird energy in the body that imbalances it, mind, body, spirit, and kind of doesn't help you a lot. It doesn't allow you to heal, especially if it's stuck near a specific organ. I'm going to remove this sickness memory here that's stuck around the heart there. Are we at the 83%, 83, 85, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9? Okay, so now we're at 100%. So I'm going to go ahead and realign her spiritual and physical heart there. Should we still work on heart palpitations here? Yeah, her body says no. Okay, so are you still open to healing, though? She still said yes. Let's see what else comes up here. Okay, what's coming up here is her blurred vision. Okay, and I have helped someone improve their vision here, and it's funny because the wife was told me that her husband was complaining about it. She says he just bought new glasses and you fixed his vision like literally that day, and then now he like doesn't know what to do with those glasses. But it's funny. That's kind of a good problem to have, I'm pretty sure, right? Anyway, so blurred vision. Let's find out what's going on with this one here. It could be really anything, really. Let's see what's going on. Circuits or systems. Oh, there's another disconnection again. Yeah, so it's another spiritual to physical disconnection. That's what's cool about the body code, is you have no idea what's going to show up. I'm just muscle testing, trying to see what's going on here. And so now the question is, spirit, is this your whole entire body? No. Is this a section? No. Okay, so I have no idea what it is. Let's see. So circuits or systems here. System area. And none of these. Okay, so now we're in the nervous system. This is going to get kind of fun here. Now we're working with the nervous system. Give me 1 second here. Sorry, it's acting a little bit on the slow side here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so circuits and systems. So the question is, which one is it? I think we were in the systems area. We were in the nervous system. This is where we got stuck. That's interesting. Why did we get stuck in the nervous system? I have no idea. Well, I have a backup plan. So I'm going to go to the Discover Healing app and find out on the app. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, you're going to see a kind of a blank screen for now. We'll just stay here on the nervous system. That's kind of where we left off. So nervous system, and let's go further than that. Okay, central nervous system. We're in the brain area. And, okay, we're in the deep structures here. Okay, so we are in the pineal gland. Yeah, again, I'm going to try one more time to see if it works. But it's not working. Yeah, sorry, guys. Okay, so, oh, actually, wait. It's going. We are good, guys. We are moving along. So, deep structures. And so we ended up in the pineal gland. Okay. So now watch what's really interesting here. Difficulty planning ahead, eye discomfort, or vision problems. Okay. So I'm not sure if she has insomnia, but it wouldn't be a shock to me if she did. But definitely eye discomfort and vision problems is right here. So the question is, how connected is her pineal gland? Are you at 100%? No less than 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50. It's not too bad. 80, 70, 60, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's at 56%. So that's not too bad. But again, that's like 50 50. So let's see what's causing that real quick. Some type of toxin here, electromagnetic radiation. Oh, X-ray. Well, that's interesting. You're like, why would an X-ray affect her? Well, X-ray energy is horrible. Think about it. They leave you there. They put you with some lead that doesn't cover everything, and then they run away from you like you're about to blow up. So you can only imagine what X-ray is really doing to you. But sometimes it could. It's supposed to go through your body, kind of leave it, but sometimes it could stay in your body. And this is what the case is here. So I'm going to go and say, is there something we need to know more about this? No. Is there an associated imbalance? No. So I have the intention to release the energy of this X-ray from the body while at the same time directing the body to repair any damage experienced. Okay, so now, where are we at? 56, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Good, now we're at 79% here. All right, let's see what else we got here. There's an energy here. Oh, there's something offensive here. Let's see what this is. Okay, so she has a cord with a female or a male. It's with a male. So cords can go anywhere. You're connecting with people. I have a strange feeling that this cord is going to her brain, which means that this male maybe likes the way she thinks or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Is this something recent? No. Let's see, 35, 30, 20, 5, 30, 20, 20, 21, 22. It's around 21 years old. You never know. This could be either somebody she dated, it could be a coworker, who knows. But and if I was here with her in person, if we could have even fun with it, I'll be like, what are the 3 men that come to mind? We could probably find it, but it's not necessary usually. If I say, do we need to know more about this? Yeah, her body says no. But the point is that I'll just say, is this cord connected to her brain? It is. So the problem is some guy is affecting her emotional state because however he's feeling that day is affecting her, and it's going, and whatever trapped emotions he's experiencing may be going straight to her brain. You see? So if I say, is there something below this? No. Let's go ahead and just remove this cord here. It's not serving her at all. Are you at 79%? Now see 9, 8, 85, 95. So now we're at 93%. Okay, let's see what else we find here. There's another toxin here. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, there is some heavy metals here. Okay, so now let's see what this is. Yeah, there's some mercury. Okay. So remember, she did have some energy. Do you guys remember that she did have what do I say this? A heavy metal, or I'm sorry, prions. Um, it could have been caused by this, but the mercury, let's find out, let's investigate some more. Where is this mercury coming from? Is there an associated imbalance? Her body said yes. Okay, where is this mercury from? Let's find out. Whoa. Okay, let's go to the drug area. I think I know where we're going. Yeah, pharmaceutical and yeah, vaccination. Okay, well, this is no new news to me, but vaccinations do have aluminum, formaldehyde, and mercury. They also have added adjuvants that weaken the organism. I mean, there's some scary things that are in vaccines. I don't have to go off on this because who knows? Mark Zuckerberg won't allow me to post this darn thing. But the reality is that if you talk to most holistic doctors, they understand what's really in vaccines. If you talk to regular doctors, they're paid to not look at what's in vaccines in many ways. They're just kind of they create a blind eye and say there's nothing in it. It's good for you, things like that. But yeah, heavy metals can cause some serious issues with the body. And I'll give you guys a quick example. My father, who's an oncologist, I believe he was told that he needs to take a vaccine, the most recent one, and let's just say that he was slurring his voice. He was off balance for a while, and it was post maybe 6 days after he took the vaccine. So there was a vaccine injury. And guess what I found? When I muscle tested him, he had heavy metals, and there were different parts of his brain that weren't working completely. Like basically, that's what happens when you have heavy metals. Different parts of your brain don't communicate as well, and I started fixing those connections. But then the body's like, I still need to detox, so I gave him an ACZ Nano, which is it's probably one of the best metal detoxers there for you, and removed heavy. She used it for 2 weeks directly, literally an 80% improvement on that. But he was very scared for a while, and so definitely, again, most vaccines have these different things here. So I'm going to ask, would ACZ Nano benefit you? Her body said yes. So ACZ Nano, how many bottles? Let's see, 1, 2. Okay, so it's 2 bottles. Let's see, how many sprays? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's basically 5 sprays. I'm guessing this is morning and night. It is, so it's morning and night. So that's actually what is that? 10 sprays total. Is this right when you wake up and right before you go to bed? Yes. So it's right before, basically right before breakfast. Actually, I'm sorry, and then right before bed. And then she needs to drink lots of water. Okay, how many weeks do you need to take this for? A week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks between 1, 20, 19, 18, 17, 19, 18, 17. So it's about 18 days. Yeah. So the body knows exactly how much she needs to take, how many bottles she needs to buy, how many sprays, at what time, everything. The body knows very much how to heal. Just we need to sometimes take conscious work and do that. So I'm going to actually energetically send her some ACZ Nano. You can do that. If there's anything that your body needs, like calcium or a zinc or whatever, you can actually energetically send it to you. It kind of gives you a little punch of it. I have the intention to do it, but it won't be the full. Sometimes it won't be the full needed dosage. Like your body needs the physical support. I'm gonna go ahead and just send that to her real quick. Is there anything else we can release here? No. So I already removed the mercury, also the vaccination as well. 93, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now we're at 100%. Now I have the intention of reconnecting her spiritual pineal gland with her physical. This should help her out with her blurred vision. Is there anything else that we can do to help her out in this with any of those symptoms? See, that's where her body wants to stay. So typically, like a session, you'll have 12 to 15 energies that can be removed, and the body usually gets tired. So I'm going to go ahead and reset her heart chakra. I'm going to program her body to process easily, peacefully, and effectively. and I will send this video to her, and let's all send her some love, maybe some comments on there like I hope you feel better, whatever, and let's just see what happens the next 2 days. Again, we worked on her vision, we worked on her palpitations, depression, and we worked on her fatigue. So let's see if she sees some improvements the next few days. Thank you guys for joining in. Lori Mayo, you said what supplement is this? It's called ACZ Nano. So I'll make a note of this here. It's ACZ Nano. It has a gold label on it, and you can get it on Amazon. Yeah, I think it's like $30. So that's a good question. I'm going to see if anybody else has any questions here. If you have any questions right now, maybe I'll take one or two. Any questions about the session? Hey, Julianne, how's it going? All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for being on here, and look forward to, again, if you can tag anybody that may benefit from this type of session, then definitely let me know. I'd love to. You can ask questions on here. You can tag people on here. Just looking to bless more people. Hope everyone has an amazing day today, and I'll keep you updated with how Danielle feels. Take care.